Okay, let's just cut to the chase here. COVID-19 shattered supply chains just right to the core. I mean, we're talking material shortages, shipping disruptions, even factories shutting down thanks to government mandates. It was chaos for anyone trying to keep a custom apparel business afloat.
Yeah, exactly. And it wasn't just the closures, it was the ripple effect. Ports were backed up for miles, containers were stuck halfway across the world, and if you could even get your hands on materials and consumable supplies, transportation budgets basically shot through the roof. You know, people were scrambling just to keep production moving.
And everything was slower, like painfully slow. Orders that used to take, what, a week were taking months. It was unbelievable.
I mean, honestly, there was this one order I still remember. It was right after the government mandated shutdowns in Pennsylvania. The client wanted a rush job, except nothing was rushing back then. Lead times just snowballed out of control.
Okay, so what did you do? Pull off some kind of miracle?
Ha! Not quite. We shifted focus to new product printing, like PPE and other items. What made the difference was just staying completely transparent with the client from the start. I walked them through every single detail, like why materials were delayed, how we couldn't predict shipping times. And they didn't love to hear it, but they appreciated that I wasn't sugarcoating anything.
That's huge. People respect honesty more than false promises, you know?
Exactly. By the time we finally got their order out, they stuck with us, not because the process was smooth, but because they trusted we were being upfront the entire time. You cannot underdeliver and not come through when promised.
See, that's the kind of thing people don't talk about enough. The power of like old school direct communication when everything else is falling apart.
Yeah, it's become more important than ever in situations like that. But the challenges weren't just about delays in communication. It forced us to really rethink how we source altogether.
So, Mark, you mentioned rethinking how we source. Let's dig into that. How are businesses actually pivoting? What's the game plan to survive in this chaos?
Well, for starters, it's about being proactive rather than reactive. The companies that weathered this storm are the ones that doubled down on planning. Sales forecasting has become crucial. Using tech to anticipate demand and manage inventory, it's a lifesaver. We upgraded all of our equipment and focused on updating some automation.
Okay, but let's talk grassroots for a sec. What if you don't have some fancy forecasting software? How do you adapt then?
You diversify your suppliers. That's the key. Relying on one or two major suppliers, it just doesn't work anymore. You need to spread out the risk. Work with smaller niche suppliers who, well, they might be more expensive, but they're more reliable in a crunch. You update equipment to more efficient and faster print speeds.
Smaller, like boutique suppliers?
Exactly. A few smaller suppliers can sometimes outperform one massive one. Sure, they're not going to have the scale, but when push comes to shove, they can pivot faster. It's about agility now, not just cost savings. Usually smaller production facilities and quick and more willing to be more responsive.
So shifting focus, less about saving a buck, more about staying in the game, makes sense.
Yeah, and it's not just about suppliers either. It's looking at your whole operation. Can you switch gears quickly if something goes wrong? That kind of flexibility is what's keeping businesses alive today.
Like being able to adapt on the fly. You're saying agility isn't just a buzzword anymore, it's survival.
Exactly. Think of it as building resilience into every part of your process. Those companies who did that, they're the ones still standing. The ones that didn't, unfortunately, didn't make it.
Right. So building resilience into every part of your process, it really comes down to one thing, doesn't it? Flexibility. If your operation isn't designed to pivot, you're basically setting yourself up for failure.
Exactly. Flexibility isn't just a perk anymore. It's a must and necessity, and not just in production, but in how you handle order fulfillment. You have to be able to adapt when materials suddenly aren't available or when timelines get squeezed unexpectedly.
Right, but here's the thing. Flexibility is not just about what happens behind the scenes. It's also about what you say to customers, like laying it all out for them, not sugarcoating delays or issues.
Yeah, transparency is huge. Customers may not like hearing their order is going to take an extra week, but if you're upfront about it, they're way more likely to stick with you. It builds trust long term. Trust is crucial to success. I cannot stress this enough.
Totally. People just want to know they're not being left in the dark. It's like even if you screw up, you own it, they respect that.
And that respect can turn into loyalty, especially now with so much uncertainty. A little honesty can go a long way in separating you from competitors.
So, looking ahead, what's next for the custom apparel industry? Are we going to see like a full tech takeover, AI picking designs, robots printing t-shirts overnight?
Maybe not robots printing t-shirts just yet, but I think automation will keep growing in terms of simplifying the production process. And then there's sustainability. That's going to be a big deal moving forward.
Sustainability, huh? You're saying eco-friendly isn't just a buzzword anymore.
Exactly. Customers are starting to demand it, whether it's recycled materials or low waste production methods. Businesses that invest in sustainable practices are going to have a competitive edge. Let's face it, people care about the environment with everything going on.
All right, so future success comes down to two things: stay flexible and stay green. Oh, and communicate like your life depends on it, because honestly, it kind of does.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Flexibility, communication, transparency, and sustainability, they're the quadfecta for thriving in this industry.
And if you're listening right now thinking, where do I start? Go check out contract-dtg.com. Seriously, Mark's team knows their shirt.
Appreciate the plug, Mo.
Of course, on that note, that's all for today.
Always a pleasure. Till next time, and thanks for listening as always.